Hello. Now, I said it was going to be a Morrowind stream tonight, but I also really want to get as much footage of Fallout as I can. I want to get the footage done, and then I don't have to wait until I'm writing, but I want to get more footage. So it's going to be two games tonight. We're going to do Fallout, then Morrowind, and then Wednesday is going to be a full Fallout stream, and then Thursday is going to be Silksong, Rare Thursday stream, and then Friday is going to be Fallout and Silksong. I want to I want to finish collecting footage, most of the footage for Fallout by yeah, exactly. Fallout until I get tired of it, until I get sick of it. And live from bed, first day back at college tomorrow, and I'll see if I can actually get some sleep. That's perfectly fine, Plaguewing. Thank you. Thank you for being here even for a bit. Appreciate it. What was I gonna do? I was gonna double check something. Just make sure my notes are up. That's something. I made a note that I'm pretty sure the reason the game lets you kill faction leaders is because the Minutemen are a fallback. I think that's the reason. And the way I'm going to test that, does the game, once you get past the point of no return where you're like committed to a faction, does the game let you still kill the leader of the faction you've chosen? So once we do mass fusion, can I still shoot Father? Because if yes, then it will be interesting, because it's saying they expect that the Minutemen are the fallback. Yeah, Gravy is unkillable. If no, then that's really lazy. If they just make them essential. I wager there's a mission for each faction where you have to kill the other faction leaders. More or less. And the Minutemen are... Yeah, the Minutemen are the only faction that does not get involved in the other three factions as like a destroyed quest. So for the Minutemen, or excuse me, for the Brotherhood, the Institute, and the Railroad, in each of their quest lines is a quest to destroy the other two factions. The Minutemen don't have that. The Minutemen are not involved in that. There is never, like, the Brotherhood never wants you to destroy the Minutemen at the castle at Fort Independence. Same with the Institute, same with the Railroad. But you do it for the other two factions. There's such a what's it called? They're such a so useless. I also manage, again, the script gets bigger. Every time I come back, it gets bigger. I did, let me count. I have it up here. I did 800 words last night, and which isn't a lot. I'm only putting like an hour and a half to 2 hours every night just trying to write this. But I got about 800 words down, and I'm like halfway through the part about perks. Maybe 2/3 of the way through the part about perks. And my tone has gotten I'm gonna have to the tone of the earlier parts of the script, like the intro, is being completely changed on the second draft, because I have gotten a lot more I don't want to say angry, but like annoyed. I have gotten significantly annoyed the more I write. I'm bringing a lot more of the energy of how I'm taking notes during the stream, where they're like, I'm annoyed. This game is just so fucking tedious. Exactly. I also am finding a way to implement the what the fuck is the point, or what is the point, as sort of like it's gonna be like it's gonna be the sort of that's something I'm gonna change to with the intro. Is that the game, the video is still gonna be about player choice, and I'm gonna frame it though a lot. I'm gonna reframe it in asking that question: what the fuck is the point? Or what is the point? Because everything in Fallout 4 is meaningless and free of consequence. How you build your character doesn't matter. What perks you choose don't matter. What weapons you use don't matter. What armor you use doesn't matter. The conversation choices don't matter. Anything you do in a quest doesn't matter. There is nothing. There is like, what is the point of me having all of these perks? Or perks, options, quote unquote, unquote, and them being meaningless. Proto-fascist King Arthur, dipshit genderband Granville Sharp, and your dumb cancer baby. I have to look up with that name. Oh. Oh boy, sorry. I'm gonna read out a little paragraph from my script. So I'm talking about how the perks are useless, and the perks for weapons particularly are useless, and they all kind of feel the same, and they boil all the weapons down to the same thing. And then I compare it to I compare it specifically to New Vegas. I use the cowboy perk and explain why this is a really good perk, and then I explain that there's other perks like that in the game, and then I proceed to go back to Fallout 4. This is after me talking about how there's meaningful choice in perks and weapons in Fallout New Vegas. I go, this sort of meaningful choice in weapon perks is totally absent in Fallout 4, because all of the weapon perks are so broad. For the first 15 hours of my playthrough, I used whatever garbage I picked up or had ammo for. Crappy pipe guns stripped off of raiders, the 10mm starter pistol from Vault 111, the laser rifle you get from Dance, it didn't matter, they all felt the same. My character was somehow just as deadly with a rusty pipe gun welded together by some wasteland hobo as with an advanced Brotherhood-issued energy rifle. And that's insane. Running out of ammo and having to use a different gun didn't really matter. The perk that boosts a pipe gun is the same that boosts a laser rifle, so why should I care which one I'm using? In earlier games, picking up a weapon outside of your specialization was a gamble, sometimes even a punishment. You would miss more, you'd waste ammo, you'd be less effective. That was the point. It reinforced your build, it reinforced your choices as a player in this RPG series. Shocking, I know. Well, since skills are dead and perks are watered down so heavily, the choice of weapons you use don't matter. You can't specialize, you can't commit. You could fight through the wasteland with a pipe gun glued together from scrap metal, or with a plasma pistol that shoots balls of superheated death, and the game shrugs and says, yeah, same thing, whatever. What the fuck is the point then? And that's kind of how I end that part. And you can see the tone I'm taking while I'm actually playing the game and writing notes is really starting to bleed into this script, and I like it. It's become more enjoyable. You know what it is? I started writing this as if I was writing this as like a college essay. I felt like I went back to, I was taken back to university, to college, and I was writing it like I would write an essay to hand in on history, or like a book, in an English course. And I decided to let the tone be a little bit more emotive and less proper, matter of fact. I'm going to try to stop myself from being angry or being hateful. I'm trying to just like, I'm trying to really nail the how meaningless everything is in Fallout 4. Because holy shit, is that game meaningless. Speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, Fallout 4. Wait, what? Fallout 4, why bother? Yeah, that is, I don't know, I'm not sure how much of a, that might be the title. I would want to have a little bit more to the title, but like something like that might appear either in the title or on the thumbnail of like pretty much saying that like this game is like, why give a shit? Why, like, nothing matters. So okay, what are we at? We are at Mass Fusion. So Mass Fusion is the, this is what is the word I'm looking for? This is the ultimate point of no return for the quests, for the which faction you side with. Once you get past here, you will be committed and all the other factions will be hostile. I'm not 100% certain if there is an earlier point, if whether or not, like for example, in the previous quest that we did, which was the Bunker Hill quest, since I was like maintaining good relations with all the factions, none of them shot at me through that entire quest. I'm not sure if I just started like blasting people, if they would have like returned in following. Like would that have fucked my reputation with those factions earlier and locked me out? I'm not really certain. Oh, look, the things on the elevator. They kind of look like, they look like DNA, like double helix, kind of, when they line up. Get it? Oh, Wasteland purpose, the illusion of choice. Why Fallout? Wasteland without purpose is pretty good. Death of meaningful RPG design. That's a bit. That's a bit like, I feel like those are like over dramatic, but I don't mind crafting, shooting, settling, but why as like a maybe like a subtitle. The game that forgot what it was about is a pretty good one. Oh, here we go. This is it. You'll be a permanent enemy of the Brotherhood of Steel. No mention of the Railroad or the fucking Minutemen. Not being an enemy of the Brotherhood of Steel. What did I call Silk Song last week? I called it like Smilk Sync or something like that. I'm like, whenever Thursday is when Silk Sing, like I like removed all the vowels from it. They're all fucking clownfish. Oh. Silk Sing. Oh no. We're enemies of the Brotherhood. It means nothing. Thanks for the free suit of power armor, nerds. Wait, I wonder, can I like... Speaking of breaking stuff, I wonder if there's like a way... Can I like... Come on. You want to go off the... You want to go... No, it's not gonna happen. Oh well. I like how the Brotherhood just like immediately knows I'm hostile. I'm wearing a suit of Brotherhood armor and they're just like shooting at me. Hang on, how do you know they're hot? How do they know they're hot? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yep, they just immediately open fire. I've got a note coming in my mind just from this. So, something to note once we're clear here. Boy. Alright, here we go. First note. It's only been 5 minutes. 4:30. Mass fusion for the Institute. Of course, no way to do this but shoot all the Brotherhood. For some reason, they all know I'm not on their team and start shooting. Could have been a cool place to have an infiltration option. Pretend I'm still on their side if I had not made them hostile before. Could sneak in with my power armor or uniform. The Institute is known for infiltration, but their quests are just as hammer and nail as the militant knight cosplayers. The Holy Grail told Senior Scribe Merlin that the Evil Institute Science Morgan was going to send you the Black Knight to go random. Well, I think, again, oh God, I just talked about it so many times. All the quests, the way you engage with them, hello, Cyber, the way you engage with these quests is you shoot people. There's no other way. You shoot people with a gun. And that's it. Like... Why do I have to go through here? Oh, locate the thing and then get a key. Okay. Like, yeah, even like a line could have adjusted that. It's like, holy shit, a single voice line. Greetings, Knight. What are you doing here with that Institute scientist? Wait a moment, you must have turned on us. Open fire. And see, that would have been a great option for then to have a bunch of different options, a bunch of different player choices, like, you know, being able to convince them with a skill or some sort of like other check, and like be able to, like, again, bluff past them, sneak past them, do some sort of way of getting around this without combat. That's, I think in general, this game has very little ways to solve any sort of quest without combat. There's combat is the option. There is very little ways to get around it. One of the common things, the fuck was that? That was a person wearing like a scientist jumpsuit. One of the things that like all the other Fallouts had is that there were oftentimes ways to completely solve quests peacefully. Yeah. Or yeah, that, like, again, the ability to, like, there's so many times with how freely you can, with how, like, how much leeway each of the factions give you to complete quests before they lock you in. Yeah, you could have maybe even, like, maybe double-crossed the Institute and handed that scientist in. She's one of the leaders of, like, the divisions, I think. You know, so she's like a high-ranking Institute lady. That could have been an opportunity for a double-cross. Oh, good. This is a really good location for my flamethrower. Why did they send all these, like, weak, pathetic aspirants to fight here? Again, I don't understand why this game had, like, God, the combat too. The combat, I'm gonna talk about the combat in the video, and again, it's how just how empty. It's so shallow. It's shallow. It is so shallow. It's like a puddle. Like so many, like there are like there are numbers, and there's like resistances. Yeah, I upgraded it so it has a magazine.
It's clever. I'll give you.
Oh. The Enclave's here. Thanks to the Enclave, who's the socialist, do not be alarmed by a test on your mental being. Any questions right now? Like, the combat here is just, it's so... I don't know, it's so shallow. I think, again, I've talked about how... the combat is broadly broken down. Like, the enemies you fight are mostly two types. They're fodder enemies, and then there are bullet sponge enemies.
Really strong.
And that's really it. You have enemies who can take like 2 shots and then they just like fold like a fucking, like a, what's it called, like a plastic chair. And then you have nice outfits on the scribes. I do like the red turtlenecks, but I prefer the old robish looks. I wonder if that was like a conscious choice of like that they've become more militant, and so the scribes have to like buckle up, scribes, you're going out in the field kind of thing. You know, it would have been nice to see if the scribes that were in the base on the Prydwen, if they had if they were wearing
Can't break the code.
if they were wearing like, sorry, I drank a lot of water. I'm having a little bit of hiccups. If the scribes on the Prydwen had the traditional robes, but then any scribes you see out in the field or doing any sort of maybe like more maintenance work, it would be cool for them to have more of a to have the sort of more like the field armor. Radiant Quest bloke has a robish. He did, yeah. Quisling or whatever the fuck his name was.
Hell yeah.
What was I saying? Yeah, the combat is the enemies are just so awful to fight because, again, it's either it's either enemies that take 2 shots to die or enemies that take 20 shots to die. There doesn't really seem to be any sort of like tactic. No one enemy seems like particularly more dangerous than another. Like the bullet sponge enemies, you could argue, are a bit more dangerous in that they will live longer and therefore will have more time to shoot you. But that's not like a, you know, that's the it's not like they none of them are like particularly better armed or better equipped or you know, anything.
Long the brother.
Long live the brother. I don't know why the fucking the fuel tank on the flamer is tiny, and I don't know why. Like the actual, when you do the reload mod, like the animation, the model, the fuel tank is this little tiny thing that you replace.
Right here. Taking fire. Not like this. No.
For Elder.
I always thought the BOS as a Comstar type of name. I didn't think the BattleTech, Strong Vision. version of the BOS would want to lean more into that whole mythical side. I don't remember. I think it's like, I don't know if it's like they worship tech. Well, this guy's a rocket launcher, so he was kind of dangerous, but it's a good thing he died immediately.
Who's there?
Over here, over here! Check it out! Story.
Like, I don't. Do I have to even go this way? Because I'm exploring this way. But like, why?
Elder Max.
It's a good thing the guy with the only weapon who could do anything to you was hiding in a toilet. Yeah. See, that was a bullet sponge enemy. There are bullet sponge enemies, and then there are not. Then there are the legendary enemies. And legendary enemies, they all drop like a perked item, and they like recover their health once. And again, the itemization in this game is terrible. Safe Cracker's synth chest piece increases the size of sweet spot while picking locks. Wow. Can't wait to throw that into the garbage. But what was I saying? The because he's a synth, I don't know. Because the game, it's just a random drop. But like the vast majority of enemies are your fodder enemies are they're just named like Bandit, or well, not Bandit, Raider. They're named Raider, and that's it. And then the higher tier enemies are like Raider Scumbag, you know, the regular Super Mutant, and then he goes down in like 2 hits. But then Super Mutant Scrotum has twice as much health. Yeah, Raider Fuckhead. Raider Crackhead. And the thing is that those characters are not, those enemies are not any more difficult or challenging to fight against. They're literally just like, they've got more health. Yeah, the gunners have ranks. Like, you'll fight like a gunner private and a gunner recruit and a gunner sergeant.
Damn it! I'm hit!
Like, that was a Brotherhood knight. She didn't have any, like, you know, nothing of her was, like, it wasn't more difficult. So there's, like, a gunner sergeant who's just a gunner private who takes more bullets. Exactly. That's exactly what it is that it's just, it seems that Bethesda, oh, there's, like, a bobblehead there. That's cute. Bethesda doesn't understand how to make, I think, challenging combat. And it's not new. Ooh, strength increased by 1 permanently. Who cares? It's not like strength does shit. Yeah, and they all just using whatever random weapons. Like the factions at the very least have some sense where like the Brotherhood are all using like laser shit. The Institute are using their own things. Like that is at least sensical. But is there any other reason to go up there? Because the thing's all the way down there, so fuck it. It's been a thing for Bethesda for a long time, and I know it's been a thing for a long time because if you've ever played Blood Moon in Morrowind, you realize that Bethesda has had trouble balancing difficulty, especially with characters or players who have characters that are really high level and really like decked out and crazy shit. Blood Moon was the second expansion for Morrowind, and the way that they balanced a lot of that stuff was that there was either every group of enemies was like 20 strong, they all had 300 plus health, and did maybe 50 to 100 damage per hit. Like, their way of, like, making more difficult was to just make all the numbers bigger. I've come across my objective for the next fucking decade. I want the Lore Master title. What the fuck is that? Well, Lore Master title. I put Tuttle, but... Oh, you gotta do all the quests, right. You have fun with that. I think I have that. Good luck. Yeah, that's a lot. It won't be as difficult as it would have been in the past, especially doing the older stuff. But it's still that's a commitment of time. That's how WoW gets you. They'll get you to they'll dangle a cool title in front of you, and that's how they'll get you to play for fucking a billion years. It led to some interesting bits where goblins in Tribunal, I believe, could bench press Palanets, and from stats points could fucking body Vivek. Yeah, they just the stats in the Morrowind stuff it became like it was just so inflated to the point where that fucking so on my first playthrough there was the werewolf dungeon at the end of Tribunal or Blood Moon, and the werewolf dungeon has it's like a maze filled with werewolves. The werewolves all had like 400 plus health and would deal so much damage that like I would have my shield at full strength and I would block their attacks, and maybe a minute later my shield would be broken. And it was like, oh, okay. Cool. So they had this. I like how this fucking reactor has been on for like 2 centuries. Reactor is online. 22,000 megawatts. 99.99.7 effect, or what's it called? Efficiency rating. Okay. Also, the radiation's really spicy, so just be careful. So one thing I've noticed about this game is that there is no way to actually, I think, 100% mitigate any damage, including radiation damage. Like if you look at my inventory right now, I go to apparel, you see I have 1,050, because I'm wearing power armor, I have 1,050 radiation resistance because of the power armor, because the power armor has very high resistance for everything. Why does it matter when I step in here? It's like, yeah, I know this area is supposed to be like the crazy rad zone, but even wearing a suit of power armor, I'm still taking radiation damage.
Must be fancy.
Oh, okay. I'm just complaining about how the radiation resist in this game doesn't make any sense. Or how the resistances in general don't make any sense.
Analysis yellow. Potential perimeter H. Making sleep.
Again, sentry bot. Literally, I just held the button and it died. I didn't do anything. That was a fight, guys. Okay, now what?
Dr. Fillmore.
At least we got to it first.
Now what? Eliminate the reactor level secure. Okay.
Assaultron engaged.
Identify yourself.
I'm having fun. Oh man, what an uninteresting quest.
These guys just don't know when they're beaten, do they? I'll help the synths buy some time. Make sure you get back to the Institute with the agitator.
Why don't you just like teleport me out? Don't we have teleporters? Why do I have to like get out of here? Just fucking Scotty, beam me up. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I'll actually write that down. 25 minutes. 25. Institute teleporters only work when the writers need them to. Oh no, a Brotherhood Knight in power armor.
Taking fire for honor. For honor.
Found you.
Damn it! My head.
I can't see.
Taking death. No. Please.
Damn it.
Combat.
Elder Maxon.
Reinforcements. I'm hit. Taking damage. Taking fire for the Brotherhood.
New catchphrase. What happened to Ad Victoriam? Well, they've got more than one. There you go. But like, why would I need to assist? Like, these synths are essentially like disposable garbage soldiers. But like, who gives a shit? It is also, I was gonna say, like, it's kind of culty when they all die. Everyone dies and they say Elder Max, oh, for Max. Maybe it would make sense if it was the original Maxon, because he's the guy who founded the whole thing. But like, I don't know. I can understand for the Brotherhood, like, yeah, but like, I don't know. Just print more robots. Yeah, exactly. And they mentioned something that they're gonna like phase out the older generations. Are they only going to be? He is, yes. Yeah, he is related to the original Maxon. I think he is his like his grandson, great grandson, something like that. But if they're phasing out these robot ones, the robot-y synths for like the human synths, are they gonna use the robot-y synths as like their combat soldiers? Do they just have like a whole warehouse filled with old synths? Yeah, keep the what's it called? Keep them and use them as like robotic workers, because those ones are like, they're barely like they are almost truly like robots. They don't have like any personality. They don't really have any, like, outside of like weird prototypes like Nick. They're robots. They are robots in like 100%, as in they're just beep boop. I'll do whatever order. I have no thoughts or anything. I just do what I'm programmed. I was gonna say, you get all the downsides of human soldiers. They have feelings and they're shit and they're basically sentient, yeah. And like, there is a thing where it's like, they can, I think, they can like, do they have to eat? It's one of those things where it's like, they can eat because you see, like, you know, the ones that think. Yeah, the Gen 2s are just, yeah, exactly. You have no worry about like fear or running away. You can use them as like shock troops because they won't, you know, worry about their lives. Guess we can do... Start upgrading armor, I guess. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. The only thing about upgrading the power armor is that it just gives it more durability, which is what I want.
Be pinned down when the raiders come.
Oh, never mind. I don't have enough perks yet. I need armorer and science. Great. Cool. So I don't have any rubber.
You willing to do some work?
And make a shitty box. Containers. Just want like a chest or like a trunk. There we go. Gatling laser. Gatling laser needs fusion cores. I'd rather run those with my armor. If I get a normal Gatling gun, then maybe. Which, I wonder if I can. If that Gatling gun I dropped at the very beginning of the game in fucking in the Museum of Freedom or whatever the fuck is still available. Okay, now everyone look away. Everyone look away as I spawn flamer fuel for myself because I don't give a shit. Player done. Add item. 2,500. It's a separate cell, so it should be persistent? Yeah, probably. There with your free power armor they give you in the first 30 minutes of the game. It's such a weird... That intro is so... God, it's like a thrill ride. It feels like the first hour of this game is... The first hour feels like a trailer for the game. It feels like... And I know it is because it's something they showed off back with the E3 and stuff. It's you know, like, oh, we do all this stuff. Look, here's some crafting. Oh, look, here's your dog. Oh, look, they need help. Oh, my God, raiders. And then you go, oh, look, power armor. Oh, my God, and a minigun. And then fucking, oh, bad guys, the Deathclaw. That's interesting. You can break through the fucking sandbags with power armor. Sure. And all of the enemies. Yeah, there's the minigun. I want the fusion core. Thank you. I like how the raiders respawn. I never come back here, so I never realize that they respawn. I was when I was streaming this, whenever it uses the Raiders lines from the start, I don't think it would be that bad. Probably. Telling the breach of stores upstairs. I'm assuming it would be like a one-time.
Libertalia were quite a handful.
Like a one-time. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a one-time trigger script
I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
Dr. Fillmore?
I think that was enough excitement for, well, ever. Thank you.
Yeah, why did you come with
I'm
me?
not
I didn't need you to
agitating
be
about
there.
I'll make sure the agitator gets where it needs to go. I understand Father is anxious to get you involved in something else. You'd better not keep him waiting.
Father has accomplished.
Again, it's just so... you know, and that mission, Mass Fusion, that mission is the same for the Brotherhood. It's the same thing. The only difference is that you come in via Vertibird. But otherwise, it's the exact same mission. You go in, you start at the top, you work your way down, you go down the elevator, you get to the reactor, you take the MacGuffin from the reactor. That's it. It's just synths. It's just the synths are inside. Instead of fighting the Brotherhood, it's all just replaced by synths.
Yes, Doctor, I'm taking all my...
Good to see you.
Unit X6. Any additional pain or tenderness?
Not that I've noticed. I feel quite well.
Interesting. How's your energy level? Feeling any fatigue?
No more than I'd expect from a man of...
So your presence that prevents the brothers from deploying the
Yes,
bit in the
I-
instant gives you time to do so? I don't know. It's
All this
just like it doesn't
advanced
matter.
Technology, and we still can't cure the common cold.
You know, game, when you make characters say a line like all this technology and we can't cure the common cold, it makes you look dumb.
You wanted to see me?
I understand mass fusion was a success, despite interference from the Brotherhood of Steel.
The job is done. That's what matters.
For the moment, yes. The Brotherhood's intervention must be placed in a larger context, however, given their penchant for hoarding technology. Future conflict with them is guaranteed.
I like how he says giving their
Regard to all keepers of the
habit
most
of
advanced
hoarding technology. What are you guys doing?
Not beyond. It also cannot go unnoticed that there were concerns within the Institute about your allegiances. I, of course, never doubted your commitment to our cause. But by directly confronting the Brotherhood, I think you've put some others at ease.
Again, it's also just so
I'm proud.
boring how...
Regardless, the Brotherhood is an issue for the future, and we must focus.
Sorry, I don't... It's weird how...
Rambling on like the old man I am. I'm wasting time. You're needed elsewhere.
It's weird how this game is framed as like a parent finding their child, but the way you interact with Sean, because he's so much older than you now, it ends up just being like the same as Fallout 3 again. It feels like a father interacting with his child. He said, you know, him saying he's proud of you. It's like I'm having flashbacks to Liam Neeson dad from Fallout 3 saying the same thing to me before he dies.
Oh, good. Here I was, afraid I'd have nothing to do.
Very funny. There's something that needs your immediate attention.
I don't know why they
This
they could have
situation
just done it the other way
is
before. It would have been fine.
however,
No, it wouldn't have. But like, why? Again, why was this story like so strong in the writer's mind that they had to tell it twice?
I find that very hard to believe.
Yes, which is why I said I believe it to be unintentional. While you were assisting Dr. Fillmore, a second team was sent out to invite someone from the Commonwealth to join the Institute. Apparently, there was some
Why?
miscommunication, and this individual called for help, which arrived in the form of your Minutemen. My understanding is that no shots have been fired. I would like it to stay that way. I need you to go there and speak to your Minutemen gathered outside. Insist that they stand down at once. Dr. Thompson is on site, and he will be your primary contact. I know you can resolve this situation, but it is of paramount importance that this special individual be brought to the Institute immediately.
Why does he talk like that with these like odd pauses?
They'll listen to me. I'll figure something out. You can consider this handled.
Believe me, I already do.
Also, Hello. What is that? Popcorn ghost. Pot from. Alright, the pots from. I remember the pots. What was I gonna say? Oh. Okay, these guys are just doing like. doing a music video or something on the stairs. They're both synths, so I think they just broke down.
My mommy says your father's
What was I gonna say? Was I gonna complain more about the combat? No, not just the no. Well, it was about something. I don't remember what. It was another complaint about this fucking game.
Be reasonable. I know you can hear me. Now open this door. What's the use?
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
Okay, sure.
Oh, great. Like I don't have enough problems.
Why doesn't
Well, I'm sorry
why
about
doesn't
the
father tell me about
but
this?
solving personnel
Why is
issues
father
is
telling
part
me
of
to
the
go deal with some
administrative
shit about the
Maybe I
fucking
can
like
reason-
random person
I
they
believe I
need
can
into
help
the
with that.
institute and some
I can
kerfuffle
unlock
with the
maintenance
Minutemen
tunnel
when
that leads to the
someone has cut
bioscience
off the food
observation
supply? Never mind,
From
doesn't
there,
matter.
You should be able to communicate with Higgs.
Who is
and
this
Loken.
man?
If you can't
Have we
reason
ever
with them,
seen this man
use
before?
holotape to access the command functions on the observation room terminal. That should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first. Use violence only as a last resort. Here we are. Just give me a moment. There, it's unlocked.
You didn't do anything. Okay. It's a good thing nobody can hear my big stompy footsteps.
Engaging hostile life form. Be warned. I cannot allow these attacks to continue. You are damaging our destruction of fellow.
I'm searching for mods. It doesn't give you the one you need. It gives a bunch of related ones instead. You talking to me? Did you kill? Oh, I haven't done that yet. Oh no! Right, I gotta test that. I gotta test if the game lets you still kill father. So we've made an enemy of the Brotherhood of Steel.
That's it.
Can we still kill father? We'll do it after this. I gotta remember. I even wrote notes about that. That's how much I want to test it. Even made a note. Where does this go? Oh, that goes to the FEV lab. Lol, Virgil wanted us to get the fucking FEV cure. That's funny.
I thought I heard something.
I thought I heard a bunch of shooting and someone in a big stompy power armor suit.
Impressive.
What if I just like kill them all?
If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
Can we talk about this?
Father chose not to talk to the Directorate before anointing you his successor. So how about I follow
Who
his
is this
fine
man?
example?
Have we ever seen him before?
Don't you think you're being a little selfish here?
Far from it. What we do to protect the Institute.
Last chance, Doctor. You sure you won't change your mind?
This is much bigger than just you and I. I'm protecting decades of research and progress. The answer is no. We will not back
So,
down.
I'm guessing there is literally no way to do this outside of okay, let me look. Yep. Again, another quest that's just a T-junction. You have two choices. Talk him down or murder him. I don't know what to, like, it's so tiring. House divided. Oops, divided. Another quest with a T junction. Talk him down with charisma or kill him. No other options? Maybe you find find something to blackmail him with or threaten him. Maybe like maybe family, offer him something, double cross him, like offer him something and then then cross him and punish him. Like again, there is not enough in the game to have checks. Like there's nothing, since your character doesn't have skills, you don't have any checks, you don't have any things like that. The only options available are you have the one check with charisma. That's the only skill check that exists in the game. And then from there, you have nothing else. You have combat. So all of the quests that have resolutions like this, you either have the charisma check or you don't. And then it's combat. It's amazing how every no finding information, no maybe trying to like going around and asking people like, hey, this doctor in here, what's he about? Does he have any history? Does he have any things that we could use to sway him to stop this? Anything like, oh, does he have a family? Does he have someone he cares for that you could threaten and say, if you don't stop this, I'm going to hurt so-and-so? You know, anything that you could sweeten the deal where you say, okay, you'll be made co-director or something, or we're going to make you director or some shit, you know, to sort of appease him. And then you just go, no, actually, we lied. And then you know, arrest him or punish him or whatever the fuck. But no, nothing. You either have the charisma check, or you shoot him. Wow, real deep, meaningful choice in this Fallout game. I love this shit. It's so good. I love being given the same two options for every single quest. Like seriously, I'm reading the wiki page. Like, is there like any way to get this? Nope, that's it. That's it. I just looked it up. Nope. You have to. You use the terminal. You use the thing he gave you, and that's it. It's really cool. Oops. I think I just released the gorillas.
Hello, engaging hostile life form.
Let's die now, human. Flosses, well,
Again, the way you engage with this game is out the barrel of a gun. That's it. The game expects you to just shoot your way through anything. Not anything. Shoot your way through everything. And it's insane because this is like a Fallout game. Like if this was like a linear first-person shooter, Yeah, fine. But this is supposedly a Fallout game. Like, think of all those quests in those other Fallout games where, you know, you could talk to them, you could maybe, you know, convince them, but you could also maybe use other skills, you could use other information you found, you could maybe do things in a way where you avoided some combat, all combat, you know. Nope. I immediately think of like the quest, I think of the New Vegas quest, I think of a couple. I think of the New Vegas quest Beyond the Beef, to find that that guy's son in the casino in the Ultralux. That one has a lot of variables and a lot of things you can do and you can choose to do or not do. I think of the original ending for Fallout 1 for defeating the Master. Hey, you can convince the Master with a high enough charisma check that he's a big dumb idiot. You can also, if you have the correct information, and there are 2 items in the game that you can have on you that have the correct information to convince the Master that he is wrong, and you don't have to fight him. But if you want to fight him, you can. It's a hard fight, but you can do it.
Unfortunate. We don't like violence here, and I fear your actions will have consequences.
The game is chastising me for this, and for resorting to violence when violence was one of only 2 options they gave me. They gave me either you have high enough charisma or you don't. And if you don't, you have to fight. You have to use violence to resolve this. If there was maybe several options, you know, and it would be, this could be like a really interesting quest to allow a character to, again, role play. Imagine there were several options, like I previously mentioned, to solve this quest in ways that weren't violent. And even ones that were maybe easier to do than just going in there and shooting everyone. It would show what kind of character you're playing if you still chose to commit to a violent action. Your character is, let's say, they're nuts, they're a psychopath, they're a hard ass. They think that might makes right to the point where they're, no, I'm going to be in charge of this place, and when fucks up, I'm just going to kill them. That could be a way to role play your character. And that you talk to this guy or to whoever the fuck else, and they go, wow, you know, you didn't have to kill him. It's like, you could have done this, that, and the other thing. And then, like, no, I wanted to choose this because I agree with this point. But since this is one of 2 options here, and the other option is just charisma, I feel like, what the hell? Like, game, like, you didn't really give me much choice. I don't have the charisma. That's it. There's no other way to solve this. Sounds boring. I play barbarians. Hits man with big thing, Todd Howard, probably. Well, we can't blame Todd too much for the writing in this one, because it was, I don't know how, but like, I think it was Emil Pagliarulo was the lead behind this. Or I don't know if he was like the director, but he was the lead writer.
I simply wish that matters could have been resolved more peacefully.
To be fair, it isn't. You're right, though. It isn't just a writing thing. It's also a gameplay thing.
I should also make the funeral arrangements. Well, there's much to do, so I'll get about it. In the meantime, I'm sure everyone will be relieved that this is over.
What a weird fucking, what an odd fucking quest. Let me make a note about that too. 54. What's it called? NPC man is mad at you for choosing violence when it's one of only 2 options. I don't know, man. It's just what is the point? Okay, so now that random, seeming very, very just like, oh, okay, you have to deal with this, side quest is over. There's some fucking kerfuffle with the Minutemen The Minutemen? Remember the Minutemen? Oh my god, the most amazing faction. Options in this game be like, hey, shoot, burn. Yeah, really. And again, it's one of those. It's not like. Do I have to remember the Minutemen? No. It wouldn't be so. It would be egregious enough if the game was like, no, combat is like 90% of this game. You have to engage with combat. 90% of the quests are just combat with little to no other choices. But then what's even worse is that the combat sucks. So not only are you forced to engage with combat, it's awful. Okay, how's this gonna fucking work? Oh god, this guy isn't even named. He's just called Minuteman. So you know this is gonna be like... I'm pretty sure the Minutemen have like 5 named characters. I actually want to look it up. Let me see, Minutemen. How many named characters? Minutemen. Commonwealth Minutemen. Members. Okay. There's a lot that are dead. And then there's a couple that are not even like present in the game. They're mentioned. Formally. Random person. Okay. So, Preston Garvey. There outside of characters that are not mentioned, or outside of characters that are dead or just mentioned, there are 3 named Minutemen characters in the game. Oh my god, they're such a fucking afterthought. They're so fucking useless. There is Preston, there is Sturges, who's apparently a Minuteman, and then there's Ronnie Shaw, who we haven't met yet, and she just like shows up after you take the castle. And that's it. Literally 3 dudes, and then a bunch of rando NPCs with hats.
What's going on here?
You're an unexpected surprise. We could use the backup. These Institute bastards aren't getting away. They'll have to go through us to get out of there. We don't know quite what we're up against.
There are more Brotherhood of Steel members in that fucking police station. There is 3 Brotherhood of Steel members who were sent here, and they all have names.
I'm not sure you know what's going on here. This situation is complicated.
Oh, I know exactly.
I know
what's
that.
going on.
I know that the what's it called? The power armor is like it's the power armor, but I do like the. I find it funny the like small head syndrome you have when you're helmetless in the power
armor. Trying to lure him out here, since it'd be easier to kill him. But then we realized we probably ought to storm the place to make sure they can't disappear on us. That makes sense, right? So, you want to lead the charge?
You want to lead the charge?
Have your men hold their ground. I'll go in and assess the situation.
I don't think that's a good idea. Sir, we have to act now, or else we risk not only letting them get away, but taking one of ours with them. I wouldn't wish that fate on anyone. Are you going to lead us in there, or what?
Alright, so now we pause the game quick and we see... What? Okay, so this is interesting. This quest has like a weird quirk. They are Minutemen only if you have completed the quest to take Fort Independence. Otherwise, they're gunners. It just feels weird. You have convince them to stand down, side with them, or kill them. That's it.
This whole thing is just a misunderstanding.
This isn't a misunderstanding. This is you telling us to stand by while the Institute abuses us. Why are you so against this? You do know which side you're on, don't you?
You sure you're willing to risk being wrong about this?
Look, I just want people to be safe, you know? I don't
What
want
is
anyone else
like
dying,
again? I don't
getting
understand. Like it.
kidnapped or whatever. We won't start shooting or nothing. But you better get in there and make sure you're right.
You again, it feels so weird because again, the only choice, the only thing that ever counts as a check in conversation is charisma because nothing else exists. Skills are dead, and none of the other special get any other checks. Like, I find that so weird that you would kill all of the skills that used to be skill checks in conversation and in the world, and you don't use any of the other skill checks outside of like a couple quests, maybe like one quest. Like, why wouldn't you be able to, in conversation, use your intelligence to be able to, you know, sway someone rationally, like, you know, convince them they're wrong or convince them that you're right? Why wouldn't you be able to use your perception to maybe glean some sort of information or something out of how a character looks or is behaving or whatever? Why wouldn't you be able to use your strength to maybe physically intimidate someone? And you know, essentially, you know, show off that you're gonna like bash their fucking head in. This is stuff that the other previous titles have done. The other Fallout games like New Vegas and 1 and 2, there were certain special checks where it would check your special, not necessarily a skill. I don't know why they didn't do that. And it feels so weird to be presented with a charisma check that I fail, and then be presented with 4 other charisma checks. You know, I feel like that would have been an interesting place where you could have had 4 different checks for different specials. Okay, you failed to convince him with your charm. You failed to persuade him like that, but now you fall back and you threaten him. You say, I'm in command. You use your strength, and you call up a growl, and you say, I'm the general. I'm in command. You're standing down, soldier. Or you say, you know, something else. You convince them with like some other sort of rational thing. Like, if you want to charge that house with the synths, with the robots, with lasers, man, you say you want to not risk anyone's lives, but you want to lead an assault. You know, like, easy, right there. There are now options. But no, nothing. A charisma check to a charisma check. And what is the purpose of putting that charisma check there, and then I fail that check, and the consequences is that I get a second chance that for seemingly has a easier check than the first one. So I failed that first check, meaning I didn't reach whatever threshold was needed. And then as a reward, I was given an easier check that gives me what I wanted. Okay. That's really cool. That's a really interesting way to... Oh, man. What a fucking stupid game.
Oh, thank God you're here.
Enrico Thompson.
I'm starting to worry we might not make it out of this mess.
Let's focus on getting back.
I couldn't agree more. I know he's
I'm working for the
potentially
Institute
important to
while
Phase
wearing
3,
Brotherhood armor and
but I'm
telling
not
the
sure
Minutemen
it's
to
worth
stand
putting
down.
ourselves in harm's way.
If he's really important to the Institute, then it's worth it.
You're right, I suppose. I know they've been keeping an eye on him for years. Not sure how they originally found him, but probably don't want to know. But once they realized how smart he was and what an asset he could be for Phase 3, they watched pretty
I don't know. I
closely.
feel like it seems like that's like a really weird thing for this really intelligent scientist to say. When they figured out how smart he was, wouldn't they be like, I don't know, how knowledgeable he was, how intelligent he was? I don't know. It feels weird to be like how smart he was.
Let's go.
Right. There's just, well, there's a
You know,
slight problem.
I know that sometimes you can go a little crazy with a thesaurus, but sometimes it helps to look up like a different word than the most basic one. Smirt. Yeah, exactly.
No problem. I'm sure I can get him to see
I
this.
am so
hope
smart.
so.
I am so smart. SMRT. Simpson. Homer Simpson. He's the greatest guy in history. From the town of Springfield, he's about to hit a chestnut tree.
I'm looking forward to working for you, future director.
Is he up or down? He's hiding in the bathroom, apparently. Wait, first I gotta pick up all the junk that's scattered around this shitty house.
Don't think I can pick this. Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of them, aren't you? Are you a robot?
I mean you no harm. No one here does, all right? We're just here to talk.
You're not stealing my organs, or shooting me into space, or whatever it is you do. I won't let you. I've heard all the stories.
Why do we
I know
want this
exactly what
guy?
happens
He
to people
sounds
when the
paranoid and
Institute
insane.
shows up. Well, it's not happening to me.
What can I say to convince you that we're not going to hurt you?
That you're leaving and never coming back.
Right. We're here to steal your kidneys and your memories. That's why I'm wasting time talking to you through the door.
That's not funny. None of this is funny.
So, I'm curious. Can you fail this? Oh. No, you can't. You can't. I just looked it up. So I'll let it play out. So I'm probably not going to be able to pass either of these checks.
Hey, just calm down, okay? I just want to talk to you.
If I wanted to talk,
Nope.
I wouldn't be in here. Now just go away.
Okay, so I can't. That was the easier one. I failed.
Shut up and listen to me. We're not here to hurt you, but if you make this difficult, you're gonna regret it.
See? I knew it. You're here to kill me.
Okay, look, we're out of time here. Institute, this is Dr. Thompson. I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a synth relayed to my coordinates offset by 5.3 to subdue our subject. I appreciate your help with the situation outside, but we have to get this man back to the Institute. I expect Father will want to report.
What the fuck? The illusion of choice. The illusion of choice. It was pointless. 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 Absolutely pointless. What was the point of coming here? Why didn't we do that to start with? You would think they can't, because the quest line has to keep going. It cannot accept. There is no way for the game to deal with failure states. The quest line has no way to account for the player failing every minute or any option they give you. And so it has to progress even if you fail. Like when you do with the Brotherhood. If you fuck up trying to get Madison Lee to the Brotherhood, Elder Maxon chews you out for 2 seconds and then says, oh, well, we found something to get around it anyway, so we don't need her. Then what was the point of the quest? What is the point of this quest if there are, like, nothing happened? Oh my fucking god. 109. What was this quest called? Pinned? Pinned. You are given... I have so much to... Oh my god. It's just like... Because both inside and outside of this house, this quest is just shit. Shit-ass hot garbage trash. That's just nuts to me. It's honestly nuts how insane that is. What? Nothing in this quest mattered. Nothing mattered. This quest didn't have to have any dialogue because nothing is like, I guess maybe the brother or the Minutemen, you didn't have to shoot them, I guess. I don't know, but like, you're given choices to get the scientist out of the room, even if you fail both checks, the game just teleports Synth in to capture him. Why did the player need to be there? Why present options that don't matter? You can't fail this quest because there is no fail state. There is no fail state. Like, again, so okay, I immediately start thinking, when I get a quest like this, I immediately start thinking of other quests that do something similar and actually have a choice that has some sort of outcome that is different. Boulder City Showdown in Fallout New Vegas. You get to Boulder City. The great cons that you were looking for, that were with Benny, some of them are pinned down in Boulder City by the NCR. They have hostages. You need to talk to them. You have to convince the NCR guy to let you in and deal with it. And then, if you can do that, you can convince him to so that they're not shooting. You can go up to the cons. If you fail to convince the cons, you have to fight them. And then the hostages can be killed. They'll kill the hostages. If you go in guns blazing, they'll kill the hostages. If you manage to do all of that, you still have to convince the lieutenant at the end to disobey his order to go in and kill the cons anyway, saying that, like, that's not something that's, like, not an honorable thing. And, like, there was a bunch of different ways that can turn out. But, like, here, there was nothing. And that's like a minor like an early game sort of main story quest. It's not overall that consequential. But, like, even then, there is still, like, that can turn out very differently. Like, why present me a skill check that has no purpose? That even if I fail it, nothing happens. Oh, man, it's so tiresome. And like what does he do here? What does Sean do here other than stand around and tell you to do things? Like, what does he do? He's the director? But, like, what is he doing for the Institute?
Ah, there you are. I cannot express how pleased I am. Our new guest is familiarizing himself with his surroundings. Yet he's already pointed out several inefficiencies in our methods. With his help, Phase 3 will be ready in no time. And it's all thanks to you.
This game.
A lot of work went into this before I even arrived. Just how close are we?
It shouldn't take long at all. The Facilities Division has it well in hand. There is one more part for you to play, and I think you might enjoy it. It is time to announce our presence to the Commonwealth, to request that they do not interfere with our plans. You should.
Like, okay, so do you want to stay without the environment? Do you want to stay out of the Commonwealth or go into the Commonwealth? Like, I thought you wanted to just do science in your hole. Why would you announce, "Hello, we are the Institute. Please do not interfere"? Like, I don't get it.
What kind of announcement are we talking about?
A broadcast. An
They know
announcement
you
to
exist.
the Commonwealth that the Institute is not to be trifled with. As
They
the
know
incoming
that
director,
already, though.
That responsibility naturally falls to you. We've prepared some remarks for you to record. Once you're finished, we'll broadcast them to the entire Commonwealth.
They're fucking terrified of you. You keep murdering and replacing people. You are the fucking boogeyman. You know what, Lugor? Congratulations. You get more stuff added. Your comments are being copied into my notes. What is this quest called? Dumb Stoop Powering Up. Holy shit. 128. 128. Oh, no, that's not right. The wrong time. 115. 115. Stream time and record time are different. Powering up. Father tells you to give a speech to the Commonwealth, stating that the Institute announcing your presence and stating the Institute is not to be trifled with. And now I'm just going to copy your last like 4 comments verbatim with caps. Cause that sums up a lot. You already announced your presence. They know you exist. They're fucking terrified of you. You keep murdering and replacing people. You are the fucking boogeyman. Yeah. Oh my god. So I just looked at. I just fucking looked at the quest like flowchart for this quest. It is a straight fucking line. So once again, nothing is going to happen that is interesting. Any choice, quote unquote, that you make here is meaningless because it will not have any effect. This quest line is preordained. It's preset. Nothing you do matters. The ending is the same. Everything is all just. It's barely even set dressing. This is like the fucking video game equivalent of giving your little brother an unplugged controller so he can think he's playing the game, because nothing he does matters. You're playing the game. You're the one who has all the controls. He just gets to like play along. It's like that. Nothing matters.
For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists, that we are among you. It's true. But it's not the whole truth. We are here, and we are...
in control.
In control. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist, ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your pointless struggles. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in unnecessary difficulties for all parties. Rest easy. Know that the future is in safe hands, and that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
What the fuck was that speech? What is the purpose of a speech? Okay, so how are you preparing mankind's future if you're gonna live if we're just gonna live here forever underground and we don't care? Why announce that? This isn't an airport. You don't have to announce your departure kind of thing. Like, why are we telling them that we're turning on our reactor? Why the fuck would they care? Why the fuck would we care that they know that? They already know not to mess with the Institute. People who mess with the Institute die. They get fucking, killed. They get kidnapped by synths. Like, people are already terrified enough to stay away. Why would we tell them anything? Why would we say that? Also, again, it doesn't make any sense that we're preserving mankind by living in this hobbit hole and never coming out ever. It's like, yeah, sure, it's like a time capsule. We're like, again, it's so weird because in a more interesting storyline, there could have been an option I could easily see a storyline for the Institute with two main branches. An orthodoxy one and a I'm trying to use something other than just unorthodox, or a radical run. And so the orthodoxy one would be, we're going to keep the Institute doing what we're doing it how it has done for years and years and years. That's what its mission was. And then the radical one is going to be, we can't just sit here and rot in this hole forever. If we say we're trying to be for the benefit of mankind, how long do we just sit here and do nothing? And so that right there could be a really interesting way of having two different quest lines. Maybe they have different things where you work with different factions on the surface. Maybe even one of them has maybe a super hard path is finding a way to have a truce with the Brotherhood. Or something. You know, I don't know. But it would have been so much more interesting than this shit.
Well, that was interesting. Perhaps not what we originally intended, but it will certainly get your point across. Now it's time to make sure that everyone hears it. How would you feel about making a little trip to Diamond City?
I could use some fresh air.
A quaint phrase, though I'm afraid the air there is anything but fresh. The radio station in Diamond City.
Okay, listen, I don't understand why, so what is more fresh? The air out in the planet that it's not all of the air in the Commonwealth is radioactive.
Before we
and how fresh is the air down here? Because you clearly have to that's the thing, is this bunker has to have
to install them to boost the broadcast.
It has to have some sort of air intake, right?
We should be ready.
There has to be some way to bring fresh air, right? There's no way they can't, they can't. It's like Portal. It's like I think it's Portal. Was it Portal 2 where they say they just take the air you breathe up, they take the air you breathe out, freshen it up, and then just pump it back in. But the thing is that was a fucking joke in Portal. They have to have a way to bring air in. Why doesn't the Brotherhood just poop down the air shaft and then there you go, done? What a stupid fucking game. Oh, the recycled air fart box. Yeah, really. It's all just farts. Also, I like how nobody notices that I just teleported in because the game can't account for that, because of course not. Just so...
No wonder it isn't broadcasting at full power.
How the fuck do you know?
I'll need to find those radio parts.
What? Oh, radio.
Okay.
Oh my god, what is this?
This
radio station?
I do like how he doesn't... He doesn't say anything.
Goes
You'll notice
here.
There aren't any other
All
ones.
right. In you go.
What is this? What is this quote unquote puzzle?
I don't, okay. Don't.
Okay. That was a quest, guys. It makes me realize I've never done this. I guess I never finished the fucking Institute questline before. Holy shit, that was a quest. That was like a children's toy. I was more engaged by the kill 20 bumblefuck orcs I did in the Dark Portal. What the fuck? Well, you see, as simplistic as World of Warcraft's quest design often is, the mechanics are more engaging. You know, using your class's abilities and fighting and all net managing your resources. And yeah, that's more interesting. It's more fun. That was like a... That was like one of those toys that has like... It was literally like a toy meant for babies, where it has, you know, 3 slots with 3 different shapes, and there's 3 different wood block shapes, and the kid has to put the right block in each shape. You know, entertaining for a small child. Just... Oh my lord, I love this straight line I love straight lines. Lines that are straight, my favorite. What is the point? God, I'm just looking at some of the later quests. Some of them are just so... They're all just like straight lines. It's just there. Once we're done here, it's the kill the other faction quests. And it's just like it's like, who cares? Who cares?
So you will be our new director someday. That was...
Like, what is the point of destroying the other factions if they don't do like anything without the player?
For what it's worth?
You know what I mean? Like, what is the purpose? What is the porpoise?
Take good care of yourself.
Because fuck you. Well, like, that's the thing, is that, like, I feel like there's, like, even, like, in Fallout 1, with, like, certain places being destroyed by super mutants as the game goes on, or, like, encountering more mutants and shit, there's still, like, a bit more of, like, a feeling that the world is going on around the player. New Vegas does a pretty good job of it, too. I think, like, there's a decent feeling if you're... Again, mostly for my playthroughs of NCR or House, like, there's a feeling of, like, oh shit, the what's it called? The Caesar's Legion is coming. They're going to be here eventually. You know, that does feel like there's a sense of tension, like, all building towards the second battle of the Hoover Dam.
Enjoy your trip to the big city. It's done then? The transmitter has
But,
been
like,
modified.
that quest feels like an absolute waste of time. Like we walked into Diamond City, we walked into the radio station. The radio station guy doesn't even acknowledge that we're fucking around with his radio system. And then we just, like, put 3 things into 3 things. And that's it.
Everything is in place. It's ready to go when we are.
Oh, boy.
Once the
Holy
reactor is
shit.
online, we'll cut into their broadcast. I'll let you do the honors. This, my friends, is the moment we've all worked towards. After all your effort,
The moment we've all worked
finally
towards.
come to
Sure, the
start our
player did
reactor.
everything.
no longer will we be forced to come.
Ooh, look at this little, like, it's a fusion reactor. Oh, look at it. It's cute.
My mother and I couldn't be
Ooh.
more proud of what you have
So is it
The
like...
Institute is now truly mankind's best hope. Thank you.
Institute is now mankind's best hope. How, though? I don't understand, like, how they think that they're mankind's best hope. They stay in their bunker doing their little science. Like, it's so funny because, in a weird way, they kind of are like the, they're like some of the interesting, they're like some of the other chapters of the Brotherhood. Like, I think specifically stuff like the what am I trying to say? The Mojave Brotherhood, where they're just like, we're gonna stay in our bunker and do our Brotherhood stuff. Like, this is a dead end. Like, they're just gonna, like, rot down here. You know, there's not, like, and that's the thing, is, like, is there enough people to, like, sustain them? I just had a thought, these idiots couldn't get anything done on their own. They literally had to go and get mom to do their work for them. Get mom, someone go get your mother.
It's almost hard to believe. After all those years of hard work, here we are. We've arrived. Look. what
Get
you've
mom, it's
made
bad.
possible.
I mean, can you bug the Gen 3s and make half robot babies? That's something I don't think they even... Lugor, they don't even wanna... I don't think they wanna even think about... I don't think the writers ever thought of that at
Now
all.
that the reactor works,
There's
what's
no
next for the
fucking way they
Institute?
thought, like, are the synths
There's
fully
more work
functional?
to be
Can
done before
a
the
synth
Institute's
reproduce... Can a
future
Gen 3
is
synth
guaranteed.
reproduce with a
The
human? Can
director
it
has
reproduce with
convened
another
a meeting
synth?
about how to proceed.
Can it carry a child to
going to
term? Like...
You should be there as
What?
director.
Like, they no fucking way. I will be shocked if there's anything in this game that even, like, approaches considering that idea. It's a bunch of turbo nerds, not... Yeah, exactly. But, like, it's oh God, what game was it? It was one of the Fallout, where it was, like... Was it 3? It was even in Fallout... It was Fallout 3, where, like, one of the ways you could convince the Overseer, when you do the quest and you go back to the, to Vault 101... You could convince him that, like, you're essentially sitting on, like, a population bomb here in Vault 101, that you essentially need new, you know, you need new blood in here, because it's just, like, you can have enough to, like, you would have enough members to, like, maybe make more members, but everyone's family tree is going to start looking like tumbleweed, eventually. And, you know, that's one of the ways you can convince him. But I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I just don't understand how these people think that they're, like, the future of mankind when they're all living in this bunker and not doing anything. Like, I don't get that. Oh, God. And the worst part is that there's no way for me as the player to, like, acknowledge any of this shit in any way that's meaningful. There's no way for me to be, like, to point out, like, hey, maybe this isn't the best idea. Maybe this isn't great for, like, our long-term goals. You know, maybe we should do something different. Maybe blah, 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 blah. No, nothing. It's just fucking play the game, do the quest. You like quests, right? That's what you're here for. You're here for, you know, you want to do the quest. Deacon confirms that synths can't have kids because his dead wife, of course she's fucking dead, you know, really, was a synth. You know, that is one thing that it's prevalent in so much media. Like, not everyone has to have a dead family. Like, sometimes people can just, like, have a living wife, or a living child, or a living family in general. And someone called Dima also confirms they recant pros. Oh, you don't. Oh no, we're gonna have to play Far Harbor then, aren't we? Oh, Dima. So remember how I said that Nick was, like, the most important companion? And, like, the one that gets, like, the most attention? Far Harbor is essentially... The main quest line of Far Harbor essentially makes you bring... makes you bring Nick with him. I'll spoil it, because who gives a shit? Dima is, like, Nick's long-lost brother, essentially. Like, he was, like, another he was, like, not like actually brother, but, like, he was another prototype synth. I mentioned in one stream I'd like a companion who's just a perfectly normal bloke and there's no tragic backstory. Yeah. So you go home with your companion's wife, is like, oh, hi, honey, how's things? You want to throw dinner? Not like, it's not his actual, like, brother, but, like, his, like, other... Okay, it's like, I don't remember that. We'll do it. We'll do the Far Harbor, but, like, the, it's like another prototype synth who was given like a personality, or I think it's like he was allowed to develop his own personality naturally, where Nick is based off of another person's personality. So that's like the main difference.
May I be the first to welcome you, ma'am?
Oh, do I get to sit in the big chair? Oh.
Let's just get down to business.
Yes, of course.
Right now, we're all here because it's finally time to stand up for ourselves.
Let's not be dramatic, Justin.
There's nothing dramatic about it. We're in a position to push back, to assert ourselves here. That's what we've talked about all along.
To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition.
And so Nick was a prototype for a personality template, and Dean was a broke for the prototype for like, yeah, I figured it out. Yeah, I guess. Like, I guess maybe like wanting to see, could a synth develop its own personality, or did they have to like actually imprint a personality on it?
We'll be much better able to defend ourselves. It's a good position.
True, but I don't think we should stop there. The Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long run.
Let's not beat around the bush. The Directorate has agreed that the Brotherhood of Steel needs to be eliminated.
As the incoming director, we felt it important to inform you of the decision and get your thoughts on it. So, where do you stand?
We have literally no way. I don't think there's any way to deal with this. Use the relay. Oh, yeah. So I'm pretty sure this is another quest that has no choice. Yes, of course. Oh, God. They're like 60 TV nerds. They want to push back and punish the local jocks.
Shouldn't we wait and see? Give the announcement some time to sink in before acting.
That would be stupid. Sitting on our hands would only give them time to prepare.
We've all agreed that action must be taken. As director, it's up to you and how we focus our efforts in achieving this goal. We'd like your input on what direction we should take.
You have no choice.
On weapons development?
You have no choice. You cannot make peace with anyone. You can't make peace with anyone. Remember how in the other game with factions, there were, sure, the big main factions can't, you can't really make peace with all of them. But remember all those little factions in the Wasteland? But yeah, thank you very much, Lugo. Yeah, I mean, +1 to her for just calling out outright calling you an idiot, but removing any semblance of player agency. What is the point of saying that I'm going to be the director and like the king leader commander of this place if I don't actually get to make any choices? If when they say to me, director, how should we handle the Brotherhood of Steel? And I say, we should wait for a little bit. And they go, no, we have to kill them. How do you want to kill them?
What would the results of this choice be? I'd like to make a well-informed decision.
Well, if we increase synth production, we'd be able to deploy more of them to the
Does this have
Commonwealth
any
to aid in
meaning?
our operations. Weapon development would improve the weapons we have available to us now, making our synths more effective in the field. Which would you prefer we focus on?
That neither, like, whatever.
Synths are the Institute's greatest strength.
Does this matter in the
The
least?
better off we are.
Well said. I'll see that the necessary steps are taken. That's all we have for the moment.
Director, how should we deal with it? How about diplomacy? Sounds gay. Let's kill them instead. How do you want to kill them?
I hope you understand that.
I just don't understand. I genuinely don't understand what the fucking purpose of this shit is. Like, why does anything? Man.
Watch out.
Oh no, the director's getting back into her power armor, everyone. Stand back.
Ah, there you are. You've met with the directorate. I assume they made their
Killing people is
intentions
gay.
known?
What's it to figure out?
It was
So it's the most
difficult for them
reductive
to
shit. Aren't they
reach
supposed to be the
a
smart people
decision to
faction?
engage in open hostility.
Well, yeah, but like the smart people faction. It's
You agree
interesting
with
how
their
the smart people faction. You're right. How like the super intelligent faction. Their only method they see of dealing with another faction, like the Brotherhood or the Railroad, is to kill them. And then, like, it's one of those things where it's like, I can understand the Brotherhood wanting to kill their enemies. They are the Brotherhood of Steel. They are from their origin, they were a militant faction. They were made out of their former soldiers, and that's sort of, in the foundation of their organization across every chapter. They are militant. They are very military, like they're very, they've got like a very, they're set up like an old fucking knightly order. I can understand even sometimes like that they would want to destroy their opponents, but I don't know. Also, these fucking idiots are what's left of MIT, so why is everyone a fucking roboticist? Where's the fucking AI supercomputer they're building for funds? Where's the wild, wacky, mad science? It's just robot slaves. That is interesting, too, why wouldn't, like, AI is common, and not common, but, like, AI is, like, a common, I keep saying that. AI is something that exists in Fallout, and there have been multiple instances in every game of there being some sort of artificial intelligence. MIT in real life is some of the maddest fuckers on the planet. Half of the skunk works for MIT, and those blokes were insane. Yeah, exactly. Like, the people who were like, okay, welcome to fucking Lockheed Martin. Here's a blank check. Make the craziest shit you can make. It's funny because you want to compare the Institute to something? Look at Big Mountain. Let's look at the Big MT from fucking, what's it called? From New Vegas. All of the scientists in the Big Empty, all of the think tank, were different scientists. And throughout the entire time you're exploring the dome, you find several different fields of science and several different insane, technologies of vastly different types. Like, they're working on robots, they're working on holograms, they're working on energy shield guns, they're working on stealth suits, they're working on robot dogs, they're working on, they're working on, what else is there? Like, there's, God, what else? I'm trying to think. There's a hydroponics facility, there's like every they even say in the opening, in the opening cutscene, that every field of science, or every kind of science, could be found in the labs at Big Mountain. And they do a pretty good job of showing that off. We can make a plane that deploys other planes. We can make it powered by a nuclear reactor. But no, it's McCarthyism taken to the Wild West. Deep space, but yeah, again, but like, it's just like, God, why is it so boring? They just have robots. That's it.
How long has this been coming? When did they decide on this course of action?
The arrival of the Brotherhood's airship was the final straw, really. There's just too much at stake. You can't afford to lose it all.
You know, Mother, it's no secret that you worked with the Railroad in order to first reach the Institute.
The depth of your involvement with them has been called into question repeatedly. I'm sure you can guess by
drown the Brotherhood in robot slave soldiers. Who gives a fuck? I don't know. Well, if the Brotherhood, if the power armored soldiers were as powerful as they were often in the lore, they would, like, I don't know. Like, apparently, I think in the Brotherhood's war with the NCR, every Brotherhood knight they killed, the NCR lost like 100 men or something like that. It was like insane. It was, the only reason they won is the NCR just had more men.
They mean nothing to me. Never have.
I'll admit, I'm relieved to hear that. Then I certainly hope I can count on you for what needs to be done, because these fanatics cannot be allowed to continue to exist. They represent a very clear threat to the Institute. Small as they are in number, their twisted ideology ensures that they will never stop trying to strike at us. They must be eradicated. Are you willing to see to it?
You know, I like how some other way.
There has to be some other way to deal with them. Something less drastic.
No, not the railroad. This is our only option. These people are zealots. They have continually shown no regard for human life.
I don't.
in
It's
their
so
bizarre
like
crusade
again,
to
literally
free synth.
the smartest group in the wasteland apparently is like, no, kill them. I'm a caveman. Club. Like Christ.
Please, know that I take no pleasure in this. I have never been one to advocate violence. There is simply no other way. Can I count on you to do what needs to be done?
I'll get rid of it.
I have no choice.
I realize this will be dangerous.
So,
please try to stay safe.
The thing is, these morons should have very pre-war based ethics. That's an interesting point too, Lugor. I'm gonna write some notes. What's this quest called? It's called End of the Line. Ha ha ha! End of the line because railroad. 148, 147, 147. End of the line. No choice but to destroy the railroad. The smartest faction in the Commonwealth treats their enemies like they are cavemen. So the ethical and moral compass should be based on who came before. In the Institute's case, that's a bunch of MIT scientists and shit. Yeah. Interesting that the Institute does not seem to have any sort of pre-war morality. Maybe even being anti-violence, violence because of the Great War and the destruction it caused. Why is there no quests in the Institute about replacing people with synths? And the Institute did not have to deal with the outside world after the apocalypse, so they should be a bunch of soft as shit hippies. Yeah. Why does no quest about the Institute replacing people with synths and subverting the Commonwealth like they do before the player reaches them? The Institute we encounter and the tales we hear, or not even the Institute we encounter is totally different from the one you join. We still don't know why they're replacing random fuckheads with robots. Yeah, exactly. Institute. We still don't know why they replace people. We are presumably we're really close to the end. We destroy the Brotherhood, we destroy the railroad, and then there's like the wrap up quest, and that's it. We still know why they replace people. A neat option for this would be to replace Desdemona and subvert the railroad, or place an infiltrator to kill them all, or do some other damage to them. But no, you just have to go in and shoot them. Really boring. What a fucking awful... Like, again, why is every quest just shooting people? It's just shooting people. There is nothing else in this game but shooting people. All I fucking do is shoot people. And I like how this quest is literally just kill Desdemona. Okay. It says that apparently, it never says, but apparently it's for data collection and spying. If that's actually something they say in the game, that they're using the synths as for spying and data collection, that is completely contrary to what you learn from how you do them. Because, like, the Institute doesn't want to deal with them. The Surface. The Institute doesn't care. The Institute doesn't care enough about the Surface that they're going to have a fucking radio broadcast saying that they don't care about the Surface. So why? You know, and okay, I don't get, why is it that, like, so why does, okay, I can understand the Institute not being able to take out I can understand why the Brotherhood, or the Institute might not be able to take out the Brotherhood immediately. The Brotherhood are highly militarized. They've got a bunch of guys with guns and power armor. They got a blimp. They got a big giant robot. I get it. Why, though? So the way that the Brotherhood keep themselves safe is that they're a military threat. They're a violent threat. How, the way that the Railroad keeps themselves safe is by stealth, is by obfuscation, is by, you know, cloak and dagger shit. Why isn't this like one of the first quests you do for the Institute, where you literally kill everyone because you know exactly where they are, where their leaders are hiding, where the Institute, remember, the Institute attacked their previous headquarters and have forced them into this one. So why don't you kill the Railroad immediately? Because they're not like a military, they're like, you know, they're like a guerrilla threat. You know, they're not like a standing army, kind of like the Brotherhood. But doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter. We're putting in even a fucking 2 minutes of thought. I'm not even like making any sort of fucking grand fucking discoveries. I'm like bringing this stuff to like the bare minimum of like thought, like just like asking like obvious questions that anyone would come up with after like 10 seconds of thinking. And that's more than apparently the writers gave a shit to account for. Wouldn't it be a better idea if you wake up in Boston and the Institute is just obviously everywhere? They've got bases and checkpoints and are building shit. Apparently not, because they don't care about the Surface. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think Bethesda likes the Wasteland. Bethesda, if you've seen what they've done with the Fallout TV show, you know that Bethesda likes the Wasteland. They don't like it when stuff actually is built up and things are advancing. Though everyone has to be, in Bethesda's idea of Fallout, everyone forever has to be squabbling in shitty shacks and, like, you know, working and fighting in the dirt. You cannot have them. You can't have nations being built. You can't have established settlements that are more than like a fucking collection of shacks. Nothing like that is allowed. It has to be a bunch of fucking dirty wastelanders shitting all over themselves, building shanty towns out of garbage, and then fighting about stupid fucking politics. Actually sneaking around behind their backs with the railroad, or joining the techno dictatorship and working there for the sci-fi Gestapo. They're going to use old technology. See, look, they're still not hostile to me, because I haven't actually killed anyone yet.
Sam.
We did it. That's the quest, guys.
Come back.
Oh, now we gotta kill the rest. Actually, this is new. Yeah, I got an idea. I've been saving this. I don't know how they survived that. That's it, guys. We did it. They're done. You really just go in here and you kill all the named enemies or the named people, and that's it. That's the railroad, guys. This is one of the major they're, you know, honestly, they are almost as pathetic as the fucking as the what's it called? As the what are they called? The Minutemen, the losers that I don't remember their name. All it took was 2 small yield nuclear bombs. So yeah, they have these like armored coats, but then they also have they have a thing where I don't have it, but you can like get it where you can make clothing armored. I swear, because it took a second for them to go hostile, I thought they were gonna just let you murder her and leave. I guess Desdemona's dead. That's it. Game over. Railroad is over. Railroad is closed. Oh, what a boring game. What an uninteresting questline. Good God. What a fuck, like, we're pretty much at the end. We have to blow up the Brotherhood and that's it. What an uninteresting questline. Which, sure, most of them have been. Most of the quests in the game have been. But, like, it's only been 2 hours, too. It's been 2 hours. Oh, playthrough overall? I want to say we're close to... We're probably, like, between 20 and 25 hours, maybe. Oh, the save, yeah, I'll check the save game. I might be actually completely wrong. Oh my god, oh, loading into the fucking overworld. Oh my god. Holy shit. This is a 10-year-old game. Oh, it's on an SSD. No, it's just loading into Boston. Loading into the overworld is just a like, you know, it's Bethesda's technical mastery of what's it called, making video games. They can load into your overworld in only 30 seconds. Technical wizardry. Rince. Is that God? That's familiar. Is that a game dev written on their hats? It's got no, the game dev with 2 M's. Gom dev. It's Pratchett. Yeah, okay. I read a couple of those books, and then it got a little. I kind of like, well, okay, I'm done. I read like 4 or 5 of them, and I'm like, okay, I'm good with Ringworld, not Rimworld, Ring Flat World, whatever is it called? What is it called? What am I thinking of? Discworld. That's it. I'm playing a lot of Rimworld. It's in my mind.
And so,
something world.
I am sorry. I know it was likely difficult for you.
It needed to be done, and so it's done.
Make no mistake. It's never that easy. Not for any of us. There is obviously one final threat.
Yes, it's bounced on the back of 4 elephants that ride the great turtle. So yes, I remember that. I still have those books around here somewhere.
Whatever it is, we can handle it.
I believe so. But in this case, what matters most is how we handle it. The Brotherhood of Steel covets technology, and has made it clear that we cannot peacefully coexist. They will eventually come for us, and attempt to take what we've spent so long creating. We need to destroy them before they can destroy us.
Okay.
You're right. We take the fight to them.
You're not going to give me a fucking choice.
But the problem with the Brotherhood of Steel goes beyond the edges of the Commonwealth. It's not enough to destroy them here.
There are more of them out in the world, Mother. And they too will come for us.
No, they won't. No, they won't. What? So is it that the Institute is stupid, or is it that the writers are stupid? Because one of them has to be stupid here, because what he just said is stupid. So the Brotherhood of Steel is like scattered across the US. The East Coast Brotherhood is all but completely isolated from every other fucking chapter that we know of in the entire United States. Who the fuck is going to come for them? They're almost considered for a while like who, like, you think the West, the Lost Hills bunker is like having like a fucking cool truce with the NCR. The Mojave bunker, depending on however they decide to canonize whatever the Courier did, is either dead, allied with the NCR, or dead. Like what? The Midwest Brotherhood? Are they even canon anymore? The Texas Brotherhood was never technically canon because Fallout Texas never came out. Who is going to come? Is there anyone, like, are they implying that there's people left in DC? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
You have something in mind if that happens?
I'd like to prevent it from happening in the first place. We will show them
Montana,
that if they
yeah, the Montana Brotherhood is non-canon and they're fucking dead.
The very technology they value so highly will be turned against them. We will teach them that we can appear at a moment's notice, wherever we please, and they cannot ever stop us. They will know better than to ever interfere with us again.
I fucking hate you so much.
You seem pretty convinced this will work.
The Institute is nothing if not...
The Midwest Brotherhood could give a fuck if they are canon, even if they are canon. Yeah, exactly. It's like... But, like, okay, here's the thing.
I can fill you in on the details. Time is of the essence.
The Washington Brothers also non-canon and dead because they marched into Alaska. Yeah, right. But, like, here's the thing, though. It's like, none of these people, even if they're, like, canon and alive, what are they going to... Like, what? They're going to go across the entire country?
We are honored to welcome you.
The Virginia Brotherhood are very fucking dead. Yes. What are you talking? No, Fallout 76. Fallout 76 though. Fallout 76 is canon. The Virginia Brotherhood is they're great. God, if they in 2039 when Fallout 5 comes out, where is it going to take place and what Brotherhood of Steel chapter is going to be in it? Because Bethesda has such a hard-on for the Brotherhood. They have to show up in every game.
At last, we have power
Excuse
adequate
me.
to our needs.
Yeah, exactly. The DC Brotherhood was considered such a wild out there mission that they went there fully expecting not to be able to contact the rest of the Brotherhood. It was like almost like half expected to be like a suicide mission. Like, yeah, we're not going to hear from you
Dr.
guys
Lee,
ever
what can I
again.
do for you?
Sean says it's time.
Ah, that. Well, let's get to it. Dr. Orman, over here, please. It's time.
What now? I'm still working over the code that the robotics sent.
I do find it funny how like Dr. Lee
It's not even close to peak efficiency.
It would seem we've
Florida
run out of
is
time.
basically do
Let's
not
go.
enter
We're going to cover the
serious
basics
fuck no
the
in terms of
operation
lore.
as it
There's
stands now.
some shit's
Dr.
fucked in
Orman
Florida.
has done most of the
I
prep
want to
work,
learn
so
more
I'll let
about
her
that.
explain.
We just have to wait until Fallout
really exciting, or is it
until
just-
Old World Blues
So,
for
you know that
Hearts of Iron
Brotherhood's
4 ends up
operations
in
at the
Florida.
airport,
It's
right?
going to happen soon. They've already started to mark stuff in Florida on the map. They've given it proper names, meaning it's going to happen. We're going to have that soon. End of the year. Sure,
I'm aware of
surely.
that, yes.
Okay, good. If they were a little less intelligent, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We'd have just swarmed them with synths. But they're not idiots. They've managed to generate an EM field that's messing with our ability to relay in.
What was I going to say?
Sounds like a ground assault will be
Well,
necessary.
Madison Lee is like the most mercenary character from this
So the
game.
immediate area around
She's
their encampment
like,
is a no-go.
she's like, oh, Brotherhood of Steel? Yeah, we should just kill them all. It's like, you used to work for them. You guys, you did a lot of good stuff with the Brotherhood. You helped give, well, maybe not. Maybe that's all fucking ruined. You helped give the Brotherhood, help them fix a fucking water thing. And,
We'll have the element of surprise if nothing
I think
else.
Fallout is going to start suffering
Should
from
give you some time before they can organize a real defense.
Fallout is
For
going to
every
start
generator
suffering
we
from
take down,
Bethesda's
it means we can
inability
start
to
relaying synths.
want to
Even more
address
than
the
a week.
actions of
And-
previous
oh,
protagonists
I
in the
almost forgot.
series.
Take these.
So,
Oh, thanks. Grenades?
like you
Sure,
use
I
like
can
okay,
always use grenades.
No, they're not grenades. This thing, and I haven't come up with.
Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought because this lady keeps talking.
Wherever they land, we can log
Fallout
onto
as a
it and relay
series
synths
has done a
directly to that
pretty
position.
good
If
job
there's a
in terms
hotspot,
of Fallout
we can
1,
drop
2,
synths
and
right
Vegas
on it.
of
We've only got a few
addressing
of these, so pick and
previous
choose.
entries in the
Don't
series.
go tossing them into
You
the
know,
void.
essentially saying like what is canon, what isn't canon, and having some
Okay, that's
idea
pretty
of
good.
what happened to the
I'm
previous
impressed.
characters
I mean,
of
thanks.
previous
thought it was
protagonists. Like for
But still,
Fallout
it's
1,
just to
we
help.
know what happened
Your
to the
real
Vault
job will be
Dweller.
to reach
He
Liberty
became the leader
You
of
know what to
Arroyo.
do
He
with
started his own tribe. Fallout 2, we know what happened to Shady Sands. It became the NCR. We know what happened to, at the end, what happened to the lone, or not the lone one, the Chosen One. The Chosen One went back to his fucking village and became the leader of his village.
It's the Brotherhood's giant robot.
Right. They think it's their ultimate weapon. We're going to show them it's ours. We've taken everything.
And then,
we know,
like,
made a few
I think in
modifications
New
based on
Vegas,
what
it's
we
like,
think they've done with it
you
in the
know,
past 10 years.
like, oh, Florida is basically a
This
big
part was
jungle
my
of fuck
idea.
you. No,
Uploaded
the
the
continent has
whole
become
thing
giant
into a
again and flesh
modified
eating.
synth,
Poison ivy just
capable
fucking
of
kills you
delivering the
outright.
virus
Okay,
directly
that
into
sounds
your
awful
body.
and great.
The little guy is going to be exposed and vulnerable, so you'll have to keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't get shot, you know?
With Liberty Prime.
He's not going to go stomping
Oh, whatever.
around
Shut up.
until-
Just fucking. I don't
So
care. I gotta blow him up.
if you
Yeah,
have any
whatever. We're
questions-
gonna use the robot.
What happens to Liberty?
They'll be destroyed along with the rest.
Okay.
What have I got for backup?
Once the generators are down, we'll be able to throw everything.
But like,
we've
okay,
got
so
at
like the
them.
Fallout games,
And
I feel
do
like
mean
there was always an account of what happened to the previous games
No questions.
and
Let's do
the
this.
previous heroes,
well.
and there was sometimes it was
luck to you.
separated enough by time and distance. Like Fallout 3 didn't really have to account for anything that happened in the previous Fallouts because it's taking place on the other side of a continent. So the Bethesda gave themselves essentially free reign to do whatever the fuck they want. And then it's weird now because in Fallout 4, which takes place only like, what, a decade or two after Fallout 3, they don't want to answer anything. Like, what happened to the Lone Wanderer? Did the Lone Wanderer just fuck off? Like, they're doing the same thing they did with the Nerevar in Fallout, or in Morrowind to Oblivion. You know, oh, we don't want to actually have to account for the Nerevar, so we'll just say that they went to Akavir. Okay. Oh, we don't want to actually account for the Lone Wanderer, so we'll just say that they, like, disappeared. It's like, ugh. You know, and we're not going to give you, like, concrete examples. Like, what happened to the Wasteland then? What happened to the rest of the Brotherhood? Did they all leave to go to the Commonwealth? Have they been destroyed? What about all the super mutants? What about, like, the amount of important people that just went to Akavir and Tesla is fucking wild. Well, it's a good spot to just, like, it's like the black hole. It's like it's being put on a bus. It's like it's put on the bus of like you know, a character that needs to be essentially written out. The agent, Nevi, the hero of Kvatch goes to Akavir and they just disappear too. Like, really? Oh my god. What is the point? Fucking grow some fucking balls and for once say this is what happened to this character. They did this. They lived. They died. They're here. Fucking have imagine. Oh, never mind. Pelennor Whitestrake went. Everyone just goes to Akavir. It's the you know what the real truth is? They're dead, and Bethesda doesn't actually want to say that they're dead, like definitively. And so it's the equivalent of saying that, like, when you know, to make your kid not cry over the family pet dying, they say, oh, we you know, they went to live on a farm. It's that. Oh, right, the hero Kvatch managed Sheogorath for some time, then got bored, and then fucked off to Akavir. I still don't consider it... I don't consider... I still think, like, you became Sheogorath in, like, title only. I don't buy that, like, you actually became a fucking Daedric prince. Like, that's just insane. Are you guys hostile? What is happening there? Do you see that? Oh, I wish to... Oh. Oh, okay, now they're hostile. Here we go. Mantling is a thing in test lore. Yeah, but, like, I know it's a thing, but I'm gonna say that it's not real. in that case. In that particular case, it's not. It didn't happen. That's my fucking headcanon. What are they fucking shooting at me that has all them lasers? Long live the bro.
Not like this.
Take no prisoner.
Take no prisoner. Not like this. Not gonna make it. My favorite thing in, like, all these games is NPCs calling out shit and then immediately dying. Never should have come. So here we encounter a bullet sponge enemy.
Soldier.
You must be destroyed.
Combat initiated. Actuator damaged.
So the Brotherhood are on drugs, according to this.
I'm hit. Damn it. Need backup.
The Brotherhood's finest, ladies and gentlemen.
You must be terminated.
Come here.
Attacking enemy. Systems. Only got someone present.
No mercy for the Institute.
Hostile sensor reading
Oh.
detected.
That was a courser.
Locked on target.
Signs detected.
Hello?
For Elder Max. I don't know. It's just, God, it's so boring. Even this like this ultimate battle to destroy the Brotherhood of Steel, and it's like, I don't know. I feel like the Brotherhood of Steel were the. Oh, hey, look, it's Proctor Quisling. Didn't even notice. Like this ultimate, it feels like the Brotherhood were the only ones who actually got like an interesting final quest. Because they have the whole thing with fucking what's his face stomping around. You have Liberty Prime stomping around Tokyo City like a big playground. But yeah, and but like nothing else. Like no one else does. Everyone else is just like you go and you shoot them all.
Movement detected. Curious.
Oh.
Over here. Over here. Putting down our squad. Need backup. Taking damage. Damn it.
Never look up mantling on the Y. Oh, hello. Thank you for subscribing. I don't know if you're watching or if you're just yeah. I don't know if you're watching or that was just like a random person who saw the channel and subscribed, but thank you. Jesus Christ, Daggerfall was a trip. Yeah, you know. Numidium. Oh, Jesus, hello. Numidium was the big old golem, the big Dwemer golem robot. I played Daggerfall once. I don't really remember much of it.
Combat initiated.
Isn't it possibly what they got turned into, the Dwemmers, like or that they maybe created, like that they're all sucked up into the Numidium maybe. Then we always end up talking about test lore. What fucking happened here? They wanted to create a god. Oh.
By order of the Institute, you must be destroyed. Relay
Oh, poor Procter Ingram.
Initiating transfer. Please defend this position.
Like, notice how there's, like, no music for this? There's no music, nothing. God, so flat.
Attack efficiency decreased.
They made it, stuck the heart of a fucking Lorcan into it, tried to create an entire god, not mantling an existing one, but creating a new aspect of reality, hence why they're just gone.
Encryption.
Hostile software. Communist subversion likely.
Come here! Let me end your suffering!
Well, that's it for the missiles.
Right here!
Numidium, Type Receptor used it to stomp a fucking hole in the Dark Elves. Well, by a fallen.
Need can't feel my...
Are you sure?
Oh, look, it's Elder Maxon. Okay, and then during Daggerfall, they wanted to use it again, so they merged the fucking hearts of several of the most powerful mages in existence and used that to power Numidium for like 30 minutes until it got destroyed by the Younger King. Ow, I've fallen again. Where'd Maxon go? Because sure, Daggerfall, I didn't know Type 7 was that much of a cunt. That guy with the elves, like, don't like him. Where did Maxon go? Did someone else kill Elder Maxon while I fell and was like switched to a different gun?
3, 2, 1. Operation complete. Shutting down.
Updated tactical assessment. Red Chinese presence detected. Aerial incursion by communist forces cannot succeed.
Did all the enemies just like fall over dead? Like what happened?
7, 3, 9, 5. Destroy all communists.
Time to go, ma'am. We're relaying to a safe location.
Oh, okay. That was a thrilling fight. I liked the lack of music and tension and pretty much everything else. I don't think there's anything to loot.
Unit X688 speed.
And it doesn't really matter because in like 10 minutes we're not gonna switch over to Morrowind, but also I'm going to. This save is done. This part of the save, we're gonna load it back to the, or whenever I play this next, it's going to be loading a previous save and then doing the Brotherhood. Ooh. Alright, so now we have like a heart-to-heart with our son who's dying of like super cancer. It's so funny how like super cancer is like a meme, but like it literally is super cancer. It's just a cancer that's so aggressive, like nothing can stop it. Even the super technology the Institute has, nothing can stop this fucker. So somehow I've made myself walk and I don't know how. Okay, Sean, you're gonna die now, right?
Hello, Sean.
Ah. There you are. I've already heard the news. But of course you wouldn't be here if it weren't a success. I'm glad it worked, but...
Yes, you're right.
I'm glad you're safe.
Are you comfortable?
It's good of you to ask.
No, it's just a bed.
I'm fine.
He's literally about to die.
Take care of the Institute. Take care of its people. They're good people. You know that. Allie has always
No,
been
not
loyal
really.
to
I've
the
barely
Institute.
spoken to anyone.
And to me.
Oh,
You
you're right.
can
I
rely
forgot to
on her for
test.
help.
I'll
Once
do that.
I'm
I'll
gone,
load another save and I'll test.
It's all up to you.
Isn't there some other way?
You're not good people. You keep murdering and replacing people and
Nothing permanent.
keep robot slaves.
The inevitable could be delayed, but at increasingly terrible cost, I simply decided
What does that mean,
wasn't
game?
worth it. Don't worry about me. You need to look ahead. Focus on the future.
Why not just say that he has like
together has
leukemia or something and it's just like spread
Changed,
everywhere?
Hasn't it? I spent years wondering what you were like. Thinking about all we missed out on. I want you
I like
to
the
know
Pip-Boy level up thing popping up during this deep
I'm
conversation.
grateful for the time we've had.
Do you really mean that?
Yes. Of course I do. Thank you. Mother, you've helped a boy achieve his dreams. I think I'd like to sleep now.
Couldn't we give him some like fucking pain meds or something? Like help him? Whatever, doesn't matter.
I've lost Sean. All over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this. Before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant, and the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This was not the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I thought I hoped
Fucking
I
terrible.
could find my family. Cheat time, make us whole again.
Guess how this fucking video ends.
But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed. The road ahead will be hard. This time I'm ready. Because I know war. War never changes.
It's funny. That's really funny. So you wanna know what's like doubly, triply funny about that? That video is you spent the entire dialogue saying how much shit has changed. Yeah, well, don't you get it? They said the words. Also, I don't know why the screen is black. I hope it comes back. So that video is that ending cutscene, if you want to fucking call it that, is I'm just gonna put TGM now just to walk so I can or that doesn't work for that. Okay, I'll drop a weapon. So what I find interesting, well, I understand. See, the thing is that I get what War Never Changes I think is supposed to mean. My interpretation of War Never Changes is that regardless of how much humans, nuclear family, yeah, regardless of how much humans advance and how supposedly more sophisticated we become, war is still an inherent part of our species and is still driven by the same it's still driven by the same reasons as it has been for all of humankind. Be it power, be it land, be it resources, be it ideological or political differences. It's always the same reasons, and it's an inherent sort of part of human nature. So, you know, war never changes because it's a part of the human condition. Except the League, we keep seeing humanity keep change. Well, as much as I dislike Lonesome Road, one of the best parts of Lonesome Road, the DLC for New Vegas, is the ending cutscene for Lonesome Road. In the end of Lonesome Road, Ulysses says something interesting. He ends it with, war never changes, but men do, through the roads they walk. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. I like that. The idea that maybe people can be better. Maybe we can change. But, there's through good ending where everything's sunshine and rainbow. Oh, look, a grave.
Goodbye, Sean.
That's his monument. Okay. So, I want to talk about that ending cutscene. Just one gravestone. No one else gets a gravestone. Everyone else just gets incinerated. No one else is important as him. You get it? He's in front of the robotics where they're making the synths. He was father. Don't you see the symbolism? What was I going to say? The ending cutscene is astoundingly bad for a couple reasons. I'll lay them out. First of all, that cutscene does not.
Hi.
Why don't you go see Dr. Phil?
That cutscene does not. Where's Robo Baby Sean? It's weird. If you do the other factions, you actually get Robo Baby Sean as like a free fucking reward, like out of a vending machine. I don't know where he is now, but it doesn't really matter. So that ending cutscene doesn't actually address, outside of its opening line, anything we have done for like anything. Like we don't get anything. Like it's not specific at all. It just goes down a generic thing. And you want to know why? It's because it's shared with all the endings. So the ending is the same video. The only difference is the intro line, the literal intro line. If you side with the Institute, the only acknowledgement in that cutscene is it says, "I've lost Sean all over again." That's it. If you choose any of the other factions, you get the line, since you blow up, you nuke the Institute, essentially. You destroy it. You get the line, "I can feel it wash over me, the heat, the force, the radiation, the fear. It's the end of the world all over again." And outside of that, it just goes back to the same cutscene. The same lines, nothing is different, doesn't fucking matter. Even on the wiki, there is a quote, faction ending section. It doesn't matter. And they even acknowledge it. It even says, although there are 2 real endings, Nuclear Option and Nuclear Family, as far as cutscenes are concerned, that's it. There are 4 major endings, 1 for each faction, and their variants, though there are no cutscenes or ending slides for them. It's pointless. 235. 235. Same ending cutscene for every faction with a single line changed. The cutscene does not address any of your actions in the entire game. It doesn't talk about how the wasteland is doing, what effects and changes you have done to it, because nothing of the sort can be done by the player. You've made it to the end of a awful writer's shitty Fallout fanfiction, and that's it. The ride is now over. Please exit through the gift shop. That's, yeah. Again, it feels like an amusement park, a really bad one. Can she even die? No, of course not. She's essential.
Sustaining damage. You must be...
I am the victim of violence. Be warned.
Losses multiplying.
Why don't I just disable her? Can't click on her.
Shutting down.
Gone. Gotta be.
I like how even after the end of the entire quest line, you can't just kill people. Alright, one last thing to check is let's load an earlier save. Here would be good. So at this point, we are firmly committed to doing the Institute. We've done mass fusion. We're more or less cocked and locked in. Can we kill Father?
I observe them every day.
All right.
Contact detected.
How does this work, though, now? So I'm assuming you can maybe the railroad is a backup, because the railroad. Let's actually go. Can I find it before I killed the railroad? So like right here. Oh no, wait, no shit, not before. After I killed the railroad. God damn it, I confused myself. Say after I've killed the railroad. So right here, actually.
And so, the work is done. I am very...
Yeah, the Minutemen are the backup. Because right now, the only ones that are left are the Minutemen. That's it. Because the railroad is dead. We're hostile with the Brotherhood of Steel. And now this is it. So yeah, the Minutemen are the backup. And they literally just started, it popped up, form ranks, the quest. Oh my god. Fucking worthless.
Hello?
What a fucking shit game. Fallout 4. We still have so much more of this game to play.